I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I
I am
am
California of the past.
My name is Dorothy Eggers de Maria, and I was born on Thanksgiving Day in 1917 at Mabel Tennant's Maternity Hospital and Alameda Institution. Mabel Tennant assisted with 4,008 births, and I was one of them. I had an unstructured childhood. I went where I wanted to go, and no one told me what to do. This was because my mother was a single mom and had to work hard to earn $5 a day as a seamstress and dress designer while raising 4 children. Things were simple back then. We made our own fun. As kids, we swam in the bay off the end of Chestnut Street. There were steps that led down into the bay, and we used that to jump in the water. I dove off the highest diving board at Neptune Beach. It only cost 10 cents to get into the amusement park then. My brother, Jack Bowen, was a fireman stationed at the Grand Street Fire Station. One day, when I was about 8, he encouraged me to climb to the roof of the station and jump down into the fire net. When I got up there, it was really high, and with no instructions on how to jump. I was scared, but I wasn't going to disappoint him, so I jumped. Times were tough, and no one had much money. This is a picture of me in a goat cart. At that time, there were traveling photographers, and the cost of the picture was a very reasonable 50 cents. As a child, I loved to dance. To meet an engagement at the Oakland Women's City Club, I went through the Posey Tube the night it first opened. Wow, was that an experience? As the cab driver was drunk and I was on my own as my mother was sick at the time. I attended Porter Elementary School and was the first ever female class president when I graduated in 1931. At the beginning of the Depression, I was a 13-year-old and had my first formal photograph taken. That was quite the occasion. I had a good friend, my oldest and dearest friend, Chizu Kanda. Her father owned Murphy's Photography Studio. One day he asked me if he could take my photo. He did. I felt very elegant wearing the Japanese kimono. I graduated from Alameda High School in June of 1935. It was very disappointing not being able to graduate from the high school auditorium as it was closed for retrofitting. Ceremonies were held at the Alameda Theater instead. I was asked by Bill Pearson to go to the senior ball, but I couldn't because there was no money for a dress. Our family was just too poor. I was accepted as a college student at Mills College and actually received a scholarship to go to Stanford University. However, I did not have enough money to go either and went to Merit Business School and graduated as a legal secretary. Every day I took the ferry across to San Francisco to work. I had a wonderful boss, Mr. Sidney Romer, a lawyer. I earned $60 a month, but he raised my pay by $6 when he became aware that I had to pay that much to commute from Alameda. Life could be exciting even in the Depression. I was in a little sailboat which capsized in the bay after being caught in backwash from a naval airplane. It was great to be rescued by the Navy. I moved to San Francisco in 1941 and returned to Alameda in 1984 and moved to Harbor Bay Island, the old Bay Farm island of my childhood. I remember the vegetable gardens there, owned and tended by some colorful Italian Americans. When we were in high school, we used to go out to Bay Farm to neck, ask for a translation from your grandparents.